Hey there, welcome, fellow travelers. As we all know, embarking on a new adventure is an exciting and enriching experience. However, it's important to prioritize safety while exploring new destinations. That's why we're here to share some essential tips on how to stay safe on your travels. With a combination of informative guidance, friendly advice, and confident strategies, you can ensure a worry-free and enjoyable trip. So let's dive in and learn how to travel smart and make the most out of your next journey. Before setting foot out the door, it's crucial to do your homework. By researching your destination extensively, you're setting yourself up for a safer and more enjoyable journey. And no, we're not talking about spending hours on end reading about every single monument or museum. Instead, focus on essential safety information. Start with the basics. What is the local language? What's the currency? What are the emergency numbers? Even basic knowledge of the local language can be invaluable in a pinch. Keep a note of essential phrases such as "Where is the hospital?" or "I need help." Next, move on to local customs and laws. Remember, you're a guest in someone else's home. Understanding and respecting their norms is not only courteous, but can also keep you out of potential trouble. It's worth noting that some seemingly innocent actions may be considered offensive or even illegal in other cultures. When it comes to your health, delve into the local cuisine. Find out if the water is safe to drink or if there are any local dishes to avoid. Research the healthcare facilities and local diseases prevalent in the region. Lastly, tap into the power of social media and travel forums. These can be treasure troves of up-to-date, first-hand information. Hear from those who have been where you're planning to go. What were their experiences? Any safety tips or must-knows? Ultimately, preparation and awareness are your best allies when traveling. So while it's tempting to hop on that plane with nothing but a sense of adventure, take a little time to understand your destination. Not only will it help keep you safe, but it will also enhance your travel experience. After all, knowledge is power, and in this case, your passport to a safer journey. Now, let's chat about your precious belongings. Regardless of where you are traveling, it's important to always secure your valuables. This includes passports, credit cards, cash, mobile devices, and even expensive jewelry. The first rule of thumb is to bring only what you need. The less you carry, the less you risk losing. Leave your expensive jewelry and unnecessary gadgets at home. Remember, it's better to be safe than sorry. Next, when you're out and about, be discreet. Flashing your cash or expensive items can make you a target for pickpockets. Consider investing in a money belt or a neck pouch to hide your valuables discreetly. These handy accessories can be worn under your clothing, making it hard for a thief to reach your belongings. For the items that you need to leave in your hotel room, make use of the room's safe or lockbox. Don't just hide valuables in your suitcase or a drawer. These are the first places a thief will look. When using ATMs, be vigilant. Try to withdraw money during daylight hours and in populated areas. Cover the keypad as you enter your PIN and don't count your cash while standing at the ATM. Traveling with electronic devices, back up your data before leaving home. In case of theft or loss, you will still have access to your photos, contacts, and important documents. Finally, keep an eye on your belongings at all times, especially in crowded areas like airports, bus stations, or markets. A moment's distraction can lead to a swift theft. Let's tackle an often overlooked yet incredibly important aspect of safe traveling: travel insurance. You might think you don't need it after all. What could possibly go wrong, right? Well, as seasoned travelers, we can tell you that unexpected events can and do happen. Travel insurance covers a range of incidents, from trip cancellations, lost luggage, and medical emergencies, to unforeseen natural disasters. It's that safety net that gives you peace of mind while you're out exploring the world. Not to mention, the financial protection it offers is invaluable. Before purchasing travel insurance, it's essential to read the fine print. Not all policies are created equal. Some might cover only medical emergencies, while others include trip cancellations or baggage loss. The trick is to find the right balance between cost and coverage that suits your individual travel needs. It's also crucial to consider the destination and the nature of your trip. For instance, if you plan to partake in adrenaline-pumping activities like skydiving or bungee jumping, you might need a policy that covers adventure sports. Don't forget to check whether your insurance has 24/7 emergency assistance. You never know when you'll need help, and it's reassuring to know that assistance is just a call away, no matter the time zone. And one more pro tip. Don't just buy travel insurance and forget about it. Keep the details accessible during your trip. Make a note of the policy number and the emergency contact details. That way you're prepared for any situation that might come your way. Remember, travel insurance isn't just a box to check off in your travel preparations. It's an investment in your safety and well-being during your journey. When it comes to traveling smart, being insured is one of the wisest decisions you can make. So don't skip it. You'll thank yourself later. Adventure awaits, but let's not forget the importance of staying healthy and hydrated on your travels. Drinking plenty of water is critical, especially when you're active and out in the sun. But remember, not all tap water is safe to consume. In some regions, it's best to stick to bottled water or use a water purifier. Check the water safety of your destination during your pre-travel research. Eating well is just as important. While it's tempting to try all the exotic dishes on offer, remember to balance your diet. Include fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins to keep your energy levels high and your body functioning optimally. Be cautious of street food. While it's a great way to experience local cuisine, poor hygiene can sometimes lead to food poisoning. No one wants to get sick on a trip, but if you do, be prepared. Pack a travel health kit with basic first aid supplies and any regular medications you may need. It's also wise to include remedies for common travel-related illnesses like diarrhea or altitude sickness. Staying active can also boost your health. You don't need to maintain your regular gym routine while traveling, but a brisk walk or a morning stretch can do wonders for your well-being. Remember though, don't push yourself too hard, particularly when you're just starting to acclimate to a new time zone or altitude. Finally, be conscious of your mental health. Traveling, while exciting, can sometimes be stressful. Ensure you're getting enough rest and take time to relax and rejuvenate. By prioritizing your health and hydration, you can make the most out of your adventures and return home with nothing but positive memories. So drink up, eat wisely, and get moving. In this digital age, technology can be a powerful tool in ensuring your safety during travels. With a smartphone in your pocket, you have access to a plethora of useful apps and services. Let's start with navigation apps like Google Maps or Citymapper. These apps can help you find your way around unfamiliar places and can prevent you from wandering into unsafe areas. Next, consider downloading travel safety apps. These include apps like TravelSafe, which provides a database of emergency service numbers for almost every country, and Citata, which gives real-time updates about potential safety threats, such as protests or disease outbreaks in your vicinity. If you're traveling alone, apps like Life360 allow you to share your location with loved ones back home. This can provide an extra layer of security, as they can track your whereabouts and ensure you're safe. Don't forget about translation apps like Google Translate. Being able to communicate in the local language, even if it's just to ask for directions, can be incredibly helpful. Remember to keep your devices charged and consider carrying a portable charger. After all, these safety tools won't be of much use if your battery dies. Technology, when used wisely, can indeed be your trusted travel companion. Venturing into unknown territories can be exhilarating, but it's essential to maintain a healthy level of alertness. It's about striking a balance between enjoying the moment and being aware of your surroundings. Keep your eyes open and observe the behaviors of locals. If something feels off, it probably is, so trust your gut. It's also wise to familiarize yourself with common scams in your destination. A little awareness can save you from falling into a trap. Another simple but crucial tip is to avoid displaying signs of being a tourist. Looking lost or confused can make you a target. If you need to check your map or travel guide, step into a shop or cafe rather than doing it on the street. When out exploring, especially at night, stick to well-lit and populated areas. Avoid deserted streets or parks, and try not to travel alone after dark. Last but not least, don't get too distracted by capturing the perfect photo or looking at sights. Keep an eye on your belongings and be aware of who's around you. Remember, safety first, Instagram second. Your instincts are one of your best tools for safe travel, so listen to them. When adventuring in foreign lands, respect for local customs and laws is not just polite, it's crucial. This means more than avoiding culturally insensitive actions. It's about embracing the local etiquette, from tipping practices to proper dress codes. In some countries, for example, it's considered disrespectful to show bare shoulders or knees on religious sites. Understand these norms and dress appropriately to respect the local culture. Being aware of local laws is equally important. These can range from traffic regulations to rules about photography or the use of electronics. In some cities, taking photos of government buildings or military sites can land you in serious trouble. Don't assume laws are the same as in your home country, as every place has its own unique legal landscape. Ignorance of the law is seldom considered a valid excuse, so take time to familiarize yourself with the do's and don'ts of your destination. Embracing local customs and laws can greatly enrich your travel experience, as it allows you to understand the culture more deeply. Plus, it ensures you stay on the right side of the law, which is always the smart way to travel. All right, let's now focus on an indispensable safety precaution: keeping copies of your travel documents. This might seem like an obvious step, but it's surprising how often it's overlooked. These documents are your proof of identity and your ticket home, so you can't afford to lose them. Begin by making 2 sets of photocopies of all your important documents, such as your passport ID page, visa, if applicable, driver's license, and travel insurance policy. Also, don't forget to copy both sides of any cards you plan to use on your trip, such as credit cards or health insurance cards. One set of these copies should be kept with you, but separate from the originals. This can be handy if you need to provide document details and don't want to expose your originals unnecessarily. The other set should be left with someone reliable back home who can assist if needed. But in this digital era, let's not stop at physical copies. Scan all these documents and store them securely online. You can use cloud storage services like Google Drive or Dropbox. There are also apps like TripIt, which not only store your documents, but also manage your travel itinerary. Remember, though, that these digital copies contain sensitive information, so make sure they are password protected and accessible only to you. Avoid accessing them on public computers or via unsecured Wi-Fi networks to prevent data theft. Carrying copies of your travel documents might seem like a small detail, but it can save you a lot of hassle. In case your original documents are lost or stolen, these copies will serve as a lifeline to expedite the replacement process and prove your identity. In the grand scheme of travel safety, this step might seem minor, but its impact can be significant. So take a few minutes to safeguard your adventure. You'll be glad you did.